Much to talk about. Let's mop their asses up quickly. The undefeated Miami Dolphins are going to head into week 5 with the momentum, with the high five. Yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Miami Dolphins get the coin toss. They're going to return. I expect them to light them up this week. They've already been on a high with Dan Marino. Let's go. McGee takes the return. After last week's game, I'm telling you right now, this team is really on a high horse. Higgs, 3-yard loss. They decide to go with a run on the first play, surprisingly. Marino, back to pass. Not shotgun, surprisingly. Finds a receiver. Briars. Last game, he lit them up. He had about 6 or 7 receptions. Marino's in a shotgun. Back to pass. Finds Sam. Open. Sam fights off a few fighters, a few defenders. 27-yard gain. Yeah, a little thrown out there. Fighters, defenders. Ooh, Frayer is excellent tonight. You can see his condition. Marino isn't looking too good. But whoever it is, Madrid, he'll still never top Marino, even on his bad day. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll protect Marino, make sure he don't take any shots in the backfield, prevent any injuries. Should be fine. Oh, Marino down. Marino takes a shot in the backfield. That's a 12-yard loss. They're looking at 2nd down and 21 yards. I don't know if they can outcome this one. Surprisingly, Washington is stepping up to the mound. Marino back to pass in a shotgun. Finds Sam deep. He got him! First down. Nice. 29-yard gain. They get the first down. It looked like they're getting the plays when it matters. Dolphins knocking at the door. They're going to Briars for a run. 4-yard loss in the backfield. Ugh. I don't know. This defense is stepping up at different periodic times, but they definitely got the run on hand. Marino ditches off for the run. Higgs can't get out of the line. 1-yard gain. 3rd and 12. They are in field goal range, though. That's the good thing right now. Let's keep that in mind, folks. There is a chance here to score some points. 3rd and 12. Marino, shotgun, back to pass. Looks at Briars. Oh, the pass was blocked. Oh, my goodness. Going to put him at 4th and 12. No Avi there. They're going to kick a field goal. This should be a chip shot. No problem. Stojanovic, back to kick. And it's good. Clear through upright. 3-0. All right, folks. What we can see right here, Miami is on the board for 3. Ran down the field, couldn't put it in the red zone. Bobo. It's an interesting name. He's going to kick a touchback. It's a lot of motion in that backfield. Brewer stops him only for a 1-yard gain. You know, I'm really interested to see what Washington do because I don't really know too many tactics they have, but I know for sure they do have a good running back. They're clearly in motion right now. They're going to be holding man Oliver, DB. They're going deep. Incomplete pass. Oliver was all over it. 3rd and 8. Washington. Oh, there they go in motion again. Gonna be holding on to Tejada. Oh no. Tejada got the quarterback down, 9-yard loss. That's gonna put him at a 4th down. Let's see what happens here. 4th and 17. Obviously they're gonna have to punt deep in their end zone. Brewer. They're getting in tight, close. No, not a block. Very close though. This kick's going out to Malone. Returning. 15. Oh, actually make that 11 yards on a return. All right, that's going to end the first quarter. Miami 3, Washington nothing. Well, Washington is 1-2, folks, going to this game. Miami is truly undefeated at 3-0. Marino from the play action defense comes in, sacks him, 8-yard loss. John Barrow with the sack. There's not really much you can do when you're sacking in when you're not in shotgun. I think he knew that. As long as he protected the ball, that for the most part, that's all you can ask for. No fumbles, no turnovers. 2nd and 17. Marino back to pass out of the shotgun. Finds Briars. Gets him. He's moving. 14-yard gain. Still not enough to get the first down. They're sitting on 3-3 right now. 3rd down, 3 yards. Marino snaps in for a run, 4-yard loss, and they're at 4th and 6 on the 50. That's quick. That's a little too quick. I'm sure the coaches are looking at that. They need to slow down a little bit. They still got 3:51 left in the second quarter, and they're taking a long time to pick it as if they're not going to punt it. They're not punting it. They're going with a shotgun at 4th and 6. Marino back to pass. Finds Breyer. He got it. First down. Briars get 13 yards. Well, you can see they are not scared at all to make the attempt to get it. Once Marino's in a shotgun, it's clearly there's not much the defense can do. Marino back to pass, looking for someone. He finds Fryer deep. Touchdown! Wow, I didn't know they were going to go that deep that fast this early into the second quarter, but they did. 9-0. Dan Marino got both hands in the air. Here we go. Stojanovic for the kick. Through the uprights. 10-0. We got a game. It's 10-10 tonight. 10-10 in the morning, and it's 10-0. Miami, Washington. Stojanovic kicks it deep to Bobo, who's actually taking it out from the end zone. Didn't make much headway, 13-yard gain. What we want to look at here right now is where they're going to go, because I know they have some options in the run game, and they haven't taken use of it. They've been running out of motion, which runs in 2 of their pass plays, and I think their defense noticed that. Yep, so they know it's going to be a pass play. Oliver, DB back. No, it's actually a run. 1-yard gain. Oliver was all over that one. So they're looking. There's 2 different motions. They actually have one in run under Greaves and 2 under pass. Well, that's a good way to mix it up. Motion. Defense blitzes. 8-yard loss. Good sack by Don Burnham. It's going to put him at 3rd and 17. Obviously, you're going to have to pass at this point. Again, running in motion. They do a lot of trickery schemes with this offense. Coggins back to pass. Incomplete pass. Well, they're going to have no choice but to punt at 4th and 17, but you're going to be punting out of the back of your end zone practically. Brewer. See he getting in? Nope, he's going to kick that one off quick. He's no fool there. Malone's going to get this punt return. He only gets 3 on the return. Going to put them at the 30. Well, what is Miami going to do? That's the question. And I believe believe the coach, actually offensive coordinator, just changed one of the plays. He said that we need 3 shotgun plays now. So that's very interesting. When you do that, you're kind of making yourself one-dimensional. I'm sure defenses notices that, but at the same time, the results are there. When this guy's in shotgun, no one can stop him. Sam gets it from Marino. 8-yard gain. Where are you going to turn to? What are they going to do? Marino in a shotgun, 2nd and 1. It's clear what they're going to do. Marino looks deep. Finds Fryer. Gets him. Irving Fryer. He's on a run. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Fryer! Irving Fryer is showing up this DB secondary. You got nothing on this team. They clearly switched to shotgun. They don't have anything. Just like the last year defending champions, Buffalo Bills, had nothing on them. The field goal kick is good, 17-0. Miami 17, Buffalo 0. Stoyanovich kicks it deep to Bobo. He's going to actually do a touchback this time, deep in his end zone. I'm pretty sure he had an earful last time from his receivings coach, special teams coach on that one. Again, running in motion. They're going to be back to pass. Coggins hits Krill. He gets a first down. 14-yard gain, but it does not much. It's not doing much. At the end of the second quarter, it's over. The ball will be kicked back over to Washington. You know, you'd think at a time like that, you want to go deep. Why are you going 14, 15 yards? You got 10 seconds left. Well, statistically, we're looking at this. Miami has negative 10 yards to start this third quarter, amazingly. But at the same time, they have 200 yards, 206 yards passing with 4 first downs. Washington still looking for an identity. They completed 1 pass for 14 yards, 2 runs for 2 yards. Jesus, this game looks horrible on the ground. If you look at both teams' defense, you'll see they're immaculate to stop the run. But no one can stop the pass. Stoyanovich kicks it deep to Bobo. He's going to touch that back. With that being said, I don't really expect either team to really push in on a run at this point. Looks like it's an all-out passing game. Blitz from Miami, 4-yard loss. Don Burnham got the quarterback again. He's one guy you really need to keep your eyes on this year. Like we said, I expect Miami to be middle of the pack defense. Just good enough. 4-yard gain for Washington on the ground. That'll put them at 3rd and 9. They're really going to have to go in the air. And there we go again, working out of motion. They're not fooling the defense this time. They're not going for it. The defense is working out of zone. To pitch off the Grief. They're running. And he's down with a 2-yard gain. 4th and 7. They're going to have to punt it again. This offense has not been able to produce all game. There's not really much to say about it. I have to start saying people name who I'm in a party with as if he's in a booth with me. JJ, I tell you right now, these guys really ain't got it together. What do you know? Marino's working out of the shotgun. 1st and 10. They're going to be at the 24. Back to pass. Marino. Shot. He's going to be on a blitz. Gets it off to Higgs with a 5-yard loss, but he still manages to get it off. That's the thing. You're not sacking this guy. Marino on 1, working out of the shotgun. This is almost like a spam, just like Crit Abel talks about. Got him, Frayer, deep, Irving. 50. They're on the 50, 31-yard gain. It's clearly a shootout out here tonight. Marino's going to give it to Higgs for the run. Higgs making some strides. First down. They're going to get 11 yards on the ground and finally going to change that negative run deficit. That's not good. That's what you don't want to see. Marino, not out of a shotgun, gives it to Briars for a 2-yard gain for a run. 2nd and 7. Marino in the shotgun. Defense all over. Briars gets it. If anybody has the best hands on this offense, I'm going to say it's Briars. This guy does not drop a ball, folks. He holds on to everything. They need to check his hands for glue. Marino back to pass in a shotgun. Defense looks weary. They're not on him, but they look like they're holding all the receivers down. He's going out to Frere. Deep. Touchdown. No! Incomplete pass. We're speaking the future. I think the defense is starting to get a handle on him now. Briars tries to run up the middle only for a 1-yard gain. They're looking a bit one-dimensional right now. 36 seconds left in the third quarter, 17-0 Miami. Wow. That's a blitz. They got Marino in the backfield. 8-yard loss. 4th and 16. They're in field goal range. I'm sure that's what they're going to do right now. They take a little time off the clock. Take a look at it. And the kick's up. Clear through the upright. It's good. 20-0. Stojanovic. Stojanovic is going to kick it deep to Bobo. And he's going to put a touchback on that. Going to put them with 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Not really interested to see what these guys do. They have not been able to produce anything offensively. They're going for a run. Nowhere. You got Oliver all over you. Only get a 2-yard gain. We're in the fourth quarter now. 20-0. Miami is stomping Washington. Where is your backbone? And there's a backbone. Krill runs up the middle. They're going to go ahead and get themselves a 25-yard gain. Their biggest gain on the night, looking at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Washington running out of motion again. Coggins back to pass. Finds a receiver. He got some. Krill first down. 10 yards. Oh, it looks like they're starting to move the sticks now. They're in motion. Quarterback gets sacked. 7-yard loss. Dejada gets him. Nice shot. Quarterback did not see that one. He's got to be happy he didn't lose hands on that one. Washington running out of motion. Brewer. Another sack. 4-yard loss. This one by Kevin Brooks. 3rd and 20, folks. Interesting to see where they go. I'm sure it's going to be the air this time. DBs are stacked back. They're going with a run. And they're getting somewhere with it. 15-yard gain. They're down 5. 4th and 4 right now. Can they get the 4 yards? If they get this, they're in field goal range. But this late in the game, field goal is going to do you no good. 4th and 4, folks. Let's see if they get it. They're going with a run. Nope, they didn't get it. They got hit in the backfield. This ball's going to go over to Miami. Let's see how they perform at this point. Miami. Marino gives it to Breyer. Gets stopped at the line. Looks like he gets 1 yard. Marino in a shotgun. Marino finds Sam in the middle. He's moving. He's moving. First down. 21 yards for Sam. I think Marino probably wants to start stat padding like he was doing last game. The level of disrespect. Marino goes deep, and this time he finds Sam. He got him! Oh my gosh. First down, 32-yard gain. I think he found his new favorite tight end. First down, 3 yards until the first. Look, get this, folks. 3 yards until you're in the end zone, and you're playing out of the shotgun. As long as your quarterback is Dan Marino, I think you can make it happen. Marino, Briars, touchdown! It's automatic. It's ATM, folks. ATM. I'm going to the bank and pulling the money out. 26-0. Extra points up. 27-0 Miami. I think they kind of knew what was going on before this game. They kind of had it figured out. Stojanovic kicks it deep. It's going to Bobo, who's getting it, and he has to return it. He's making a run for it, and he's actually going far to 30. 33-yard return for Bobo. Longest on the night. They got 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Running out of motion. Oh, Brewer just missed a sack. You know, I noticed this whole game, Washington tried their tricks. They try to go in motion and such. But I see Miami stayed one step ahead of them all game. These guys couldn't do anything. Oliver all over that defensive play there. We call it a defensive play because, well, the offense can't do anything and haven't been able to do anything all game nearly. Krill making a run for it. They're finally getting yards. First down. 32-yard game on the play. There's 9 seconds left. They're actually calling a timeout. I'd say kick a field goal. Do something. Don't let this game end with 0 points. Brewer in a quarterback's face with a sack, a 11-yard loss. Our Brewer gets him down. That's it, folks. 27-0. Miami destroys Washington. Oh, my gosh. Let's look at this here, folks. Washington ran for 77 yards and only got 24 yards passing on the game. Marino, 299 yards. Unfortunately, Miami was only to pull 4 yards run on the game. 5 yards with 4 attempts. That's pretty horrible, I'm not going to lie. But when you have a quarterback like Dan Marino behind the helm, hell, who has to run? 27-0 Miami, Washington nothing. 27-0 Miami. What did I just say? That is crazy. 27 Miami, Washington zilch. Let's take a look next week, folks. Let's see what's going on. Cleveland. What is your standing? How many games have you won so far this evening? 2-2. They're going to be a shout out this year. At least they're going to be a tougher challenge than Washington. Well, until next time, folks, peace, love, happiness. Stay alive until the next one.